Whole squad posting looking like we on LeagueFits.
What's going on, everybody? It's episode 100 and something. I've lost count, but y'all already know me. I'm Ian Pierno. This is Survival the Fitted. And today I'm here with Patrick T. Cooper. And I feel like I could introduce you. But like it would be doing you a disservice. So I'm gonna let you, I'll roll out the red carpet and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself real quick.
Oh, goodness. I'm so scared of red carpets. I mean, I did celebrities for all of them for many, many years, but they scare the hell out of me. So I'll do the brief, short introduction. My name is Patrick T. Cooper, and I'm your podcast teammate over at Title League. I've worked in fashion design for many, 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 many years, more than I can count. And this is a new venture. So I'm following up behind you, looking for tips for you to share so I can grow bigger, larger, greater, and be at almost 1 million followers on Instagram like you guys.
Well, shit, I just got into styling in the past year, so I'm trying to pick up some free game too. So,
This goes both ways. It's a match made in heaven.
But I feel like you might have sold yourself a little bit short on that intro.
Okay.
You know, I did a little bit of research beforehand because I'm a good podcaster and that's what I do. Not only have you worked in fashion forever, but you've worked with some pretty massive names at some pretty massive events. Come on, I live in LA. I love a good name drop. Give us a few name drops, some event names.
Okay, well, I've done red carpets for celebrities for every major red carpet, the Oscars, the Grammys, the Golden Globes, the ESPYs. I've also curated fashion editorials for Cigar Aficionado. I was a sports columnist for the Global Traveler magazine. So if you see Global Traveler as you're going through the lounge, you know, I know you're a diamond or whatever status you are with your, you know, being fabulous. You can see things that I've written and contributed to over the past 20 years. I've never been like the big person about talking about myself. I was always raised to be humble. But if you put me in a room with anybody, I mean, Lenny Kravitz said it best to me. He said, if you had my money, I probably wouldn't even be able to compete. Like, so when you get compliments like that, yeah. Like one year we were in Miami at the Shore Club when it was really, really hot and just open. And I was on tour with Puffy. And Lenny Kravitz saw me because Yves Saint Laurent had just come out with the Johnny Boots. And so this was like, oh my God, maybe 1999 or 2000. And I had the Johnny Boots at that time in like 7 different colors and including alligator. And I gave them all away. So like now they're like hot as shit in pop culture. And I'm like, I wore it like 20 years ago. Like, I don't want to see anybody in it. I just got one pair. But I say that to say, yeah, I've had my fair run in style. And it grew to off figure later on in life. So it was more editorial content. And then I've also worked for Ann Barge and Badgley Mischka in bridal and evening gown design. So if I've picked my fiddle, I've done quite a bit, and it's been a colorful experience to say the least. And it got me here. So hey, here we are. Here I am.
Dude, a Lenny Kravitz cosign, like he is like on the Mount Rushmore of like cool men.
Yeah, like Lenny is fucking hot. That just, I mean, plain flat out. You know, some people just, it's effortless style. It's seamless.
Yeah.
They don't have to try. And he's one of those persons that you could just put on a t-shirt. I mean, it's just easy. It's just
And it doesn't
easy.
look like he's trying. Even when you remember the big scarf, of course you do. But like, like a lot of people could put that on. It's like, this motherfucker trying to go viral. But nah, he did that. It's like, that's his outfit. That was in his closet.
Yeah, no, and the people behind us gonna put this big scarf up as we talk about it, because I think I know which big scarf, but we need to flash that in the podcast.
Yeah. We'll have it. It'll be zoom.
Yeah, a Lenny Kravitz seamless moment.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, so cool. Obviously, you know, this is kind of a basketball podcast. This is like the least basketball-y basketball podcast ever. But a little birdie told me that you once worked with a basketball player. And just in terms of styling, maybe the most, I don't want to say difficult, but like unique basketball dimensionally person you could style, and that was Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, well, okay, so when LA hosted the All-Star game,
Mm-hmm.
Shaquille O'Neal actually brought me into Style Shawnee. And that's how
Okay.
Shawnee and I became friends. And the funny story was, he met me. I can't. We were. I think I just left out of Magic City in Atlanta or something, and
Did you get your wings at
he's
Magic City?
yeah, you gotta have
Best,
the lemon peppers, lemon
yeah,
peppers.
best lemon pepper wings in America.
Yeah, so I literally was leaving out of that, and he said, "Spare no expense. Like when you get to LA, I want Sean to be the baddest motherfucker out there walking." Like,
Hmm.
and I'm not the person to really tell that. Like, I'm really not, as it relates to style. A lot of people think
Yeah.
they know style and they think they know what's really popping, and they
Hmm.
don't. And they don't know what things really cost. And at that time, I think Shaq was like Nestle Crunch Man.
Yeah.
I think it was like 100. He was worth 100. I don't even know what he worth now. He
Hmm.
owns so much stuff. He's on Carnival Cruise
TV.
Line,
Yeah.
Popeye Chicken, Krispy Kreme, all of it. The General.
Yeah.
But at the time, he said, "Spare no expense." So I hit the ground in LA, and first stop is Chanel for a woman. I think
Hmm.
you just got to run up in Chanel. And I'll
Yeah.
never forget, Chanel had these black diamond earrings with the interlocking C's. And
Hmm.
it might have been, I think I don't know, the earrings might have been something like $150,000. So I mean, it
Holy
was,
shit.
and I was like, oh, this is hot. She really got to have these for the All Star
You did
game.
not, did you buy those?
Well, no, the accountant got,
Okay.
got a ring that I was buying it, and they shut me down. And then I get a call. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is going on? And I was like, well, you said you wanted her to break them up. See, at that time, they didn't have
Wait, this is Shaq
Instagram.
on the other side of the phone?
Yeah, and the accountant. And the
Hmm.
accountant, like, what the fuck is going on? And I hadn't even made my second stop. My next stop was Nancy Gonzalez, because at that time,
Hmm.
I just wanted her to have the largest alligator bags there were in all
Yeah.
the colors. And yeah, so I'm not the person to really tell that you really want to shut down stuff, you know what I mean? Because I really can. Like, and it's luxury, it comes at a premium.
Yeah.
Most people really don't know what real luxury is. So that was the whole story behind that. And then, it is what it
Wait,
is.
how did they know that you were about to get those earrings? Did like Chanel snitch?
Yeah, well, no, Well, it's a thing called the cash register, and the
Hmm.
cards got to go through. And so, American Express, even what shout out to American Express, they're watching you like a hawk. So if
Yeah.
if you're not spending, if this is not in your normal spending pattern, guess what? You too can get shut down by American Express because they monitor. The algorithms are there, right? So I'm coming in driving 50,000, 60,000. 80,000. It's like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is going on here? Did somebody steal your identity? And I'm like,
Right.
no, that's just me on my tear. I'm on a tear. I in LA. And
Hmm.
at that time I was like, no, I don't want to carry anything. Send it all to the house. And I'm just
Yeah.
floating through the room, just buying up shit like little styling fairy. Sprinkle the
Hmm.
dust. So yeah, that's one of them. I've worked with a couple of athletes over the years. Um, yeah, yeah. So it's been uh been a lot of fun.
That is insane, sir. Do you remember what she ended up wearing?
Oh, she ended up wearing some Gucci back then at that time because that was before. Now this Gucci that they're doing now, I'm like sort of tired of it. It gives me like a little pain in the side of my head, like an aneurysm. But I mean, I
Wait,
don't
what?
want to
No, no,
say it
no.
like
What?
that.
Why?
But what all these G's and stuff? It's just sort of clownish to me.
All the
But
logos? Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's just real
Ugh.
like it just really like gag me with a subway token. I don't really
Hmm.
care for it. Like it's, but listen, you directing this show. Continue on, Mr. Director.
No, 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 no. Trust me, no, I don't even know what to say. But yeah, I feel that's also that was a big thing because I remember when I started League Fits. It was like 2018, I think.
Okay.
So like 5 years ago, and I remember that was like the big thing. Then is all the basketball players just wore logo stuff. So it was
Hmm.
like Gucci all over print sweater. Just like the Balenciaga sweaters that say Balenciaga.
Mhm.
Like the Amiri patchwork jeans, I would literally say Amiri on the patches
Oh
and things
god.
like that. Oh my
Oh god.
gosh, it was the worst. It was the
So,
worst.
so how are you helping them? I mean, what are you? I mean, are they coming on here attacking you or like soliciting you for advice? And how does that go?
Well, okay, it's interesting how it started, right? Because in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first started doing LeagueFits, like I'm a kid from North Carolina, like,
Okay.
I knew style a little bit, but I didn't know fashion. You know what I mean? Like I
Hmm.
didn't know who Rick Owens was. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
oh, okay.
yeah, like I didn't know, like Raleigh, North Carolina, like you know what I mean? But like me somehow like I became like this like curator, right? Because I'd see all the photos of what everyone was wearing, and
Okay.
like if getting posted on LeagueFits, even when LeagueFits wasn't big, like when LeagueFits had like 50,000 followers, these basketball players with 1 million followers would still be like sending in their photos,
Okay.
because it was like a cosign, and it was
Okay.
like kind of funny because I was probably like the least qualified person to like ever give this cosign. Now, so eventually, I like to think that like I played in a role a little bit in guys. Like for example, you ever seen Devin Booker, right?
I'm gonna be real, real ignorant right now. I wouldn't
Mhm.
know half of the players now. One time
It's
because I was
Kendall
really.
Jenner's ex boyfriend.
Oh no, I don't know her. I mean
Oh,
him. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
okay,
Kendall,
okay,
if you're listening, if that's like a social media nightmare for you, send your boyfriend's picture so I'll know who he is. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So, so Devin Booker, the past couple years,
Let me
I
Google it.
always loved his style. Yeah, cool
Okay.
dude.
Let
Look
me
up
look.
like Devin Booker, like style or fashion, so you can see like his outfits.
Hold on. Let me.
Like it's like
DEV.
pretty simple. Yeah, Devin, and then book, like a reading book, er.
Devin
But
Booker.
while you're looking that up, he like it's like simple style, like not a lot of logos. Like he kind of brought back like like the Carhartt jackets and Dickies, and anyway, I love Devin Booker's style, so I started posting Devin Booker all the time, and we do like a League Fits MVP, League Fits All Stars, all that stuff. And Devin Booker has like been on those. Last year, he even won the MVP.
Okay.
Fast forward to this year, everybody dressing like Devin Booker.
Oh no. And see, when I look at Devin Booker, all I see is pictures like this. If it were not for Hung and the people at Park at Title League, I probably would still be behind the 8 ball. I'm not that technology shit
Yeah.
that savvy on this,
Hmm.
but I'm looking at him right now. All I see is jerseys and stuff. Like when he's playing. I don't see any
Type in like
style.
Devin Booker fashion.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Devin. Let me see.
But like because Devin Booker was all over League Fits, now every like rookie, like the dudes that first get to the league, they're like 20, 21 years old, they're all trying to dress like Devin Booker.
Okay, okay.
So I don't even style, as I style 2 basketball players like officially, but I like to think I really just style the whole league because they see what I curate and then they want to dress like that because they know that's what's going to get them on League Fits. Probably giving myself too much credit, but
I love it. Well, shit, I didn't know. And listen, I looked at it. Okay, so keep going. So this has just been like magical carpet ride.
something like that. But yeah, so anyway, the whole deal, right, with League Fit. So the pictures is the guy. So before, they play like 80 something games a year.
Okay.
And like 15 years ago, nobody really cared what these guys wore. Like they'd show up to the game and just like their like baggy suits or Nike hoodie, whatever. And now over the past like, probably 7-ish years, what these guys wear to the game has become a really big deal. So there's like a 15-second walk when they get to the arena, right? Like if it's a home game, they drive their car, they park, then there's like a 15-second walk from the parking garage to the locker room. And there's
Hmm.
all these cameras that take pictures of what they're wearing. And that has become like their red carpet. Except instead of it being like, 4 red carpets here, you got like Grammys, Oscars, Emmys, whatever, movie premiere. They got like, if they make the playoffs, maybe 100 of these a year.
Okay.
Um, what do you kind of think about like the whole like basketball? They call it the tunnel, right? The tunnel in the
Hmm.
arena where they get these pictures taken. What do you think about like the tunnel kind of becoming the runway? And these guys are like have their own fashion scene now.
I mean, I simply love it. I simply love it. I think that they've brought, well, if I step back into my heroes as it relates to basketball and style.
Mhm.
You know, the pictures of Wilt Chamberlain in the 70s
Oh, yes.
with the sky. Well, they call them in the streets. They call them a sky piece where they
Yeah.
had a big hats. Um, and like those characters and the imagery that they did. Now I'm looking at these younger cats. My true thoughts on it.
I want the true thoughts. Hold nothing back.
No, they really and truly, they really need to step it the fuck up. I mean, real
Mhm.
talk. Like I looked at Dennis Scott probably will he might hear this, and I'm like, Dennis on on TNT,
Yeah.
Jalen Rose, I know Jalen.
Mhm.
Um, it's like you have the resources and access and the stardom to really
Mhm.
shake the concrete. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, y'all need to really put on for the city if you really want to do it. If this is
Yeah.
really going to be your red carpet, I'm looking for a stronger presence. And if they're out here listening to what we're talking about, call us. Like, cause I can really put the stank on it. You know what I mean? I think, um, cause some of these athletes,
Mhm.
they are worth multi-millions of dollars.
Oh,
And I
these
don't,
guys, some of these guys make like $50 million a year.
yeah, and if I made $50 million a year, like you wouldn't even be able to photograph me. Cause it would be
Yeah.
like I would be descending down out of a cloud, with just standing straight, never
Mhm.
like creased at any moment. And I'll
Mhm.
just glide onto the basketball court. They'll be like, damn, is this motherfucker arriving in a spaceship? I'd be so out of sight, man. It'd be like, yeah. It would be like Walona Woods on Good Times. Every
Yeah.
time she stepped in the Evans household, she had a scarf on, some bell bottoms or something, just totally out of sight. That's what I would be. That's what I would be.
So
And
you're
if I
saying
looked at,
go hard or don't go at all.
yeah, go big or go home. I really do.
Mhm.
And I think they have the opportunity and the masculinity, the bone structure, the body, the physique.
Yeah.
These guys are built built like gods. So why not
Mhm.
dress like one? I just feel like and I see effort. I see effort. Like
Yeah.
I'll never forget Katina Mobley and I talked in London one time and we were shopping and he's always had an amazing sense of style on his own.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how old you are, Ian. You like a baby or whatever, but I don't know if you know.
26.
But yeah, oh yeah, you are. But yeah, like Katina Mobley was
Mhm.
like really, really just naturally effortless style.
Yeah.
If they're listening, like I think that there's a huge window for great fit. And
Yeah.
if I look at a lot of these athletes, my best advice for any of them would the best tailors. And I think some of the guys don't understand balance as it relates to their height.
Yeah.
And if you're 6'6", 6'4", whatever height you are, when you're walking, there should be a level of balance in the suit. The jacket should come below your buttocks, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys are trying to wear like these. I say it's a more of a European cut,
Yep.
very much like the Beatles. And you got to remember, the Beatles were little bitty men, right? So you can't wear these little bitty jackets hyped up over your butt, and your shoulders are big, and you all these long legs, and the suit.
Mhm.
You really. I mean, no disrespect to Suit Supply, but y'all looking like y'all went to Suit Supply and just bought up the whole rack, man. Like
Suit Supply is not a sponsor of this pod. It's okay.
they are not, and if they want to, they can. Yeah, Suit Supply, you can help me. But I
Mhm.
think, even with that, like when you look at that now, the production of suits and design has been expedited by technology. So
Yeah.
there's no reason why you should not step on that carpet or in that tunnel like really on fire. I
Mhm.
mean, so yeah, no, and some of them do the grunge look. I get it. But I
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I know a lot of these people didn't sign up to be like heroes or what do they call it? What did Trina say the other day on Carisha Please? A
Role
role
models.
model. Role
Yeah.
model, yeah. Yeah, I know they didn't sign up to be role models, but you got to remember, young people are looking at them as like, yo, I want to be that one day, right?
Mhm.
So why not put on? But I mean, besides the red carpet, if I don't know if you critique these people when they get ready to go to that draft. Oh Lord, the NFL,
Oh,
the NBA
the
draft.
NBA and
Oh
NFL
my
draft.
God, some of these costumes. I'm like, are you Little Richard? Like, you know what I
Wait,
mean? Like,
I have a question. So you pay attention to like the draft outfits.
Yeah, I do. I really
There
I
was
started to.
there was the last NFL draft, so that's like last June, I think, last May, something like that. There was one player who wore a suit. It was half gray, half white. He had Prada combat boots on, and then like 3 pearl necklaces. Do you remember this one?
I do. I do. I do.
What do you think about
And
that?
I think it's an injustice. I think somebody told him that, like a family member, somebody's mother that everybody always tell them, oh, you sure do have great style. And then they just step out and want to be a stylist. So many people that call themselves celebrity stylists. And that's sort of irritating to me because I never sought to be a celebrity stylist. I was just a stylist and the celebrity sought me, right? I didn't go after this. It was just my gift to the world.
Yeah,
But
of course.
whoever gave him that combination, it's almost like it just I need a rest in peace stamp. I need a rest in
It
peace
was
stamp.
me.
I need a rest in peace stamp. And the pearls, it's the pearls. Now tell me this, were the pearls Chanel?
No, they weren't.
So what were you thinking? That was just your moment? You were like, I really want to do this? Were you thinking
I had
like...
never done. He wasn't the first person I've styled, but it was the first suit I've done.
Okay.
And like, I didn't want him.
But you had your moment.
It
Now,
was a
would you-
moment for sure. Like, it was on like GQ and it had like the most comments and stuff. Some bad, but like most comments. People were talking about it. But like, oh my gosh,
sometimes
especially
you break the internet
Patrick,
with crazy
football
stuff.
fans are like
Uh-huh.
some conservative. So for the
yeah.
people that don't know, I styled Garrett Wilson for the NFL draft last year. Google it. But he
That was a little shameless drop. Let me look up.
Well,
Garrett
no,
Wilson.
so just so people know what we're talking about. He can ball too. But like NFL fans are conservative as fuck. So they're like, he wearing his grandma pearls. What's going on? Like, no, I don't know. I just wanted to do something that not everyone else was doing. Because that's what he wanted. And I knew I wanted to do boots. Because everyone always wears the loafers with the spikes on them. Yes.
You did this. Now, Ian, we need to when the TV just go blank and just go black for a second. That's what needs to happen right now. We need to just have a moment of silence.
Okay.
Lord God, rest in peace. So wait a minute. Did you get paid? He paid you for this?
Yeah.
I mean, now wait a minute. Now the tailoring though. Now listen. The tailoring is good.
Yep. Shout out to Brandon Grayscale in LA. I don't know if you've ever.
But
worked
okay,
with
so
him.
my
He's
question
great.
for you: why didn't you just go ahead and do a gray and white turtleneck? And then
we almost did a turtleneck. I brought a turtleneck to the fitting. He knew he wanted to do the pearls, and the pearls didn't look right in the turtleneck. We did like a mock turtleneck.
no,
like
not
a
the
long
mock.
turtleneck.
Never the mock.
Well, bro, I was bringing options. Come on, I'm
But
bringing options.
does he still want these Prada boots? Because I really wanted those. I just didn't want to pay for them. And I had some Versace ones from 30 years back that I had.
Actually, so we knew we wanted to do combat boots. Ironically enough, he was like, I love Travis Barker. I was like, really? Like this like 20-year-old Ohio State football player? He's like, I love Travis Barker. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do boots and we're gonna do jewelry, right?
Okay.
And so I had gotten like a bunch of brands like gift boots that I brought to the fitting. And I was like, you should really buy Prada boots. He was like, I've already spent like the suit was like $2,000, whatever. He's like, I've already spent money. I haven't made any money yet. And then the day of the draft, he calls me and he's like, the draft was in Vegas. He's like, I just want to let you know, I'm at the store right now. I just bought the Prada boot.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I was like,
mean,
good. I was like, you did the right thing.
Yeah, that's the fun part about style too. You know what I mean? It's just what they were feeling at that moment, right? And that's one thing that I can respect. If he walked in the store and said, "Yo, I don't have no money right now. I haven't even been drafted," that's real, and that's I love it. The look I just don't love. I probably would have done this, and I would have had on a gray and a white shoe. I probably would have had a gray Stan Smith on the left and a white one on the right. That's what I would have done.
Ooh, that's
and
a
then
lot.
I would have had them make me split in half turtleneck. So he would just be the whole
Just really
silhouette
play
just be
into the whole
elongated.
Two-Face thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two-Face thing. I really would have. I really would
Yeah.
have. And I wouldn't have had any jewelry on at all. Because the look is all about it's a very distinctive look.
Yeah.
And I would have had, because he looks to be very lean, I would have had those pants
He is.
taken
He's skinny.
in. Yeah, I would have had them pants taken in to be more of a pencil. More of a pencil. But yeah, I mean, everything could be made right, But if
Mhm.
this your first styling job, like,
It
kudos to
wasn't my
you.
first styling job, but like I done ball players in the tunnel, right? Which is kind of like streetwear, I guess. I
Mhm.
hate that. I hate the term streetwear, but like streetwear, it's pretty casual wear. Like I'm putting guys in baggy jeans and loafers and shit like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it was my first. It was the first shoot job. I didn't know shit. Like
Okay.
I remember he was like, we gotta get his measurements done. And I was like, I met with the suit guy, my buddy Brandon in downtown LA. He's amazing, does a great job, dresses so
Okay.
many great people. And he was like, you know what his this and this and this are? And I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck any of this means. And then meanwhile, I meet up with Garrett, and like he got like a film crew there when we do the fitting, and I'm like, I'm just bullshitting, sounding like I really know what I'm talking about.
Damn. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, that's like, what? Wow.
Mhm.
Like, seriously, but yeah. And so people like me, like, I'm looking at you like, wow. Like, literally. I mean,
Start somewhere.
but you start somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to
Mhm.
crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run.
Because now it's a funny story.
Yeah.
Now it's a funny
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And
It went viral. Mission accomplished. Hey,
hey, know
Yeah.
what? I don't know how to make the internet go viral. I used to. I mean, but it's wardrobe is a powerful thing. It is a very powerful tool, and if it's done right, you can shake I mean, you really can. You can get your
Yeah.
numbers up for sure. You can get
Okay.
your numbers up for sure.
Speaking of some ball player trends now, I'm kind of curious I'm going to just hit you with some trends I see in the tunnel all the time. And I'm kind of
Okay.
curious to see what you think. 'Cause
Okay.
you're the expert. You know what I mean? I know you're on this podcast, but I'm in your world. So I'm kind of
Okay.
curious. Let's see. The massively like Jenko ripped jeans have come back.
Yeah. I think anybody with some height, the ripped jeans, I don't, it just depends on
Mhm.
what I think they need to be. I love a distressed jean, but too
Yeah.
ripped is too much to me. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
What about like the
Um,
baggy fit, like the super baggy? Because we
um,
went through like the 2010s were like that like skinny like the biker jeans and stuff.
yeah, and
Like
then
so, do you think like we've overcorrected or you think it's cool? Like I'm curious.
I think Well, I'm not trying to dog either one. Like right now, like
Mhm.
for me personally, I love boot cut jeans.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, like one of my favorite pair of jeans that I really don't even wear that much anymore. I probably got them in probably like 2000, and they're a pair
Mhm.
of Gucci boot cut jeans. It was like, I think, before Tom Ford. I'm not that on point with fashion
Yeah.
right now per se, but I oscillate between skinny to wide leg and in between as well. So I think it's either one of them are cool. It's just how you balance the look out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
proportions and all that.
yeah, proportion and
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I don't dislike either one,
So you're not married
but
to one or the other. It's just about how you wear it.
yeah, it's there's a difference between fashion and style. You
Ooh,
know,
this is
yeah,
a
there's a
major
difference
talking
between
point of our podcast.
yeah, fashion is of today. Style is a
Mhm.
lifetime. And
Yeah.
most people don't really understand that. Like I buy like now I buy things that I can keep forever. I don't, you know what I mean? Like if it's something
Yeah.
trendy that I want, I'm not afraid to go to Forever 21. Like yesterday, I
Mhm.
was at the Salvation Army looking for tweed jackets. Because I
Yeah.
went into the Salvation Army and bought a tweed jacket for $5. And
Mhm.
every time I wear it, like literally, like I was on the plane to Indiana the other day and people were stopping me in the airport asking me, "Where'd you get your tweed jacket?" And then one guy walks up to me and said, "Oh my goodness, I just bought a jacket like that at East Saint Laurent." And I'm like, "Oh, wonderful, you
Ooh.
did." I got mine at Salvation Army. Mine looks
You
better.
can buy fashion, but you cannot buy style.
No, you cannot. Not at all.
Mhm.
You cannot buy it. Well,
Yeah.
I'll take that back. Now, some of y'all athletes that are listening, yes, you can buy style if you call us to come style you. And don't call me, because if you don't have your money right, I don't want to be bothered. And that was one of the main. Now, I mean, that's even one of the main reasons too why I sort of got out of being a fashion stylist.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand the work that goes into it. It's a
and the
lot
driving.
Of work.
It's a lot of driving, all these showrooms and stuff like that.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And at my highest payday for a fashion stylist, I was somewhere like at $32.50 a day.
Yeah.
So, and then on average, it would be that times 3, a prep day, a shoot day, and a wrap day, and sometimes 2 wrap days. And people really don't understand. Like, and if you're running, like if you're really dealing with some good people, you're between New York, LA, Paris, Milan, and you're really all over the place. Curating the style and getting things custom made. So if anybody, I've had a few people ask me to come back and style them. And but you got to have the money. I mean, it's it's luxury. It's luxury for someone to come and make you look your best. And then you have to be willing to listen. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of people, they don't want to listen. They have their homeboys sitting there telling them, or a wife telling them, "Oh, you don't look good in this orange. You don't look good in this." Well,
that's the worst. I hate fittings with other people there.
Yeah, like, and why you hire me if you don't want to listen? Like, beat it, scram with that shit. Like, do you realize?
Oh my gosh!
Now this is the time when I really become a fucking expert, and I start telling you, I've been publishing fucking magazines, and I've styled your daddy, you know what I'm saying? Athletes, people that are 40 and 50. And now you want to tell me what to do? Like, beat it with that shit. Like, bye. Be gone.
I can't. I briefly styled a Laker. He's not on the Lakers anymore. But it was cool. We're like, we'll link up. We're in the same city, whatever. I go to his house. And like the whole time he's got like a few of like his buddies there. And the whole time they're like, whatever, but like, then his girl's like, I like it though. But then anyway, he starts wearing the outfits to the games, and he just not wearing them, the way I said to wear it, right? So I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, you don't owe me shit, but you gonna come and you gonna drop all those clothes off at my apartment, and we just boom. Anyway,
it exploded.
He ain't been a good player since. I think that's karma. Do it my way, our way. Like, because it should be a little collaborative, right? Because it's
no, it don't. No,
style.
it don't. It don't need no goddamn collaboration. Do what the fuck I say, and you'll look good. If you don't, you're gonna be fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget. I went to dinner with Earth, Wind, and Fire, and we were sitting and we were talking about. They were talking about if you're a real star. When you step on stage, you shouldn't even have to sing a note. The crowd should just go up and cheer for like a whole 10 minutes and then calm down, because they see your persona. They see your imagery, right? And you looking fly. Like a lot of these people, like, nobody's telling them how to play basketball, so don't tell me how to stitch the stitching, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me do me, and you do you, and we'll be all right. Like, I don't, like, it's, now I got to that point in my life. Like, it's like, do you want to listen? If you want to listen, that's cool. If you don't, I'm
gone.
Cool
too. Yeah.
It's cool. I'm gone. Yeah. I'm just gone.
Easy.
Yeah, because you wasting my time. You know what I mean? And even though you paid, you still wasting my time. Because I like to deal with stars. I like to deal with people who like to listen and who want to be talked about. I'll give you something to talk about on the red carpet. I
like
can do that. Yeah.
That's what I like too.
What's the other trends though? I don't want to cut you short. What were the other trends that you'd like?
The big one this year, and this is like just started this year, shit, maybe in like the past few months. So let me finish all the way out. So like the baggy gray sweatpants or black sweatpants, but usually gray.
Okay.
With Doc Martens, not the boots, but like the loafers, or I forget what the shoes are called, but like the Doc Marten, what the fuck are those called? They lace them up, but they're not boots. The low tops, the Bexes or whatever they're called, the derbies. So the Doc Marten sweatpant combo.
Oh, I thought the internet broke. No, 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 no.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna find a
Hell
picture to
no.
send you.
Like,
I'm
and I
curious.
know, no, I know what you're talking about. I've seen some of the
You see
pictures,
that? You see that?
and I'm
Okay.
like, I'm just looking at it like, to me, it's like, lazy. Like, it's not even an epic moment. Like, stop
Mhm.
it. Like, y'all discrediting the whole thing about being a champion, right? That ain't no champion look. I mean, if you're gonna go out and go for the ring, you might as well look like the person that's winning the ring. I
Mhm.
don't get it. Like, it's lazy at best to me. I mean, if I walk down the tunnel, let's just put it like this. If I walk down the tunnel, the cameras would be focused on me. It wouldn't be focused on them. And I
Yeah.
don't make what they make. So they
Mhm.
need to get with people that don't want to be them. Like, I don't even want to be no basketball player. I just
Right.
like taking a silhouette, whether it be a man or a woman or whatever,
Mhm.
and making them look like a superstar, a
I like
juggernaut,
that.
like somebody that's rock star. Like, I looked at the Grammys and literally my friend was like, turn on the red carpet, turn on the red carpet. Everybody looked fucked up. And I'm gonna say it on your platform because I didn't want to say
Go
it on
for it.
mine because I don't want nobody to be trying to drag me and shit. Because a lot of people see when you start talking about people, you know, they say the Beehive and all them people they come for, you try to shut your internet down
Oh
and all
yeah,
this
for
and all
sure.
that. Yeah. But here's the thing. No discredit to Houston, Beyonce, whatever. But Beyonce had this wet and wavy hair in. It looked
Mhm.
too moisturous and too greasy. She should have gave some of the oil to Jay-Z and let him moisturize his head because his head looked a little dry. And Lizzo had on this aluminum foil type outfit. And y'all are stars. Like, it should be like,
Mhm.
you know, I'll tell you the person that really rocks my world and gets me
Mhm.
popping is that damn Jennifer Lopez. Every
Yeah.
time she step, Ben Affleck need to go sit the fuck down. Cause he making he taking away from her fucking shine. Or either this or he needs to go and make sure he takes care of himself and lean off whatever he doing. Cause his wife is fucking kicking ass and taking
She
names.
is.
Every time she step on whoever her glam squad is, that bitch is hidden like a ton of bricks.
Mhm.
And that's where they should come down that. Not that they got to be J-Lo, but they need to come down that tunnel like that. And they can call me. I come out there with you, Ian. I come shake it
Ball
up
players need to walk down the tunnel like they're J-Lo.
like J-Lo, like J-Lo. And
That's
when
the key.
yeah.
To league fit
Yeah.
supremacy is act like you make J-Lo your inspiration.
Yeah, your spirit animal. Like
Yeah.
she does it. I mean, and it's effortless. It's effortless.
Mhm.
Every time she step out, she look like she glowing.
She's not wearing a costume.
Yeah, she looked like she bathed in cocoa butter and just came out of a milk bath. Face looks good and dewy. You know, like the makeup is popping. The jewelry
Mhm.
is always a perfect accessory. It's balanced. It's style. It's classy. It's timeless. And guess what? The people start throwing the clothes at you like that when you really give it to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, like that for me, I really didn't see anybody else at the Adele looked good. Adele looked
Yeah.
good. But I didn't really see anybody that was like Kirk Franklin did all right. But
Mhm.
I think if he's gonna wear a Louis Vuitton jacket like that and the animal print shoe, he should have had Louis Vuitton make him a custom patch in the leopard print on
Ooh,
the
that would have
suit.
been cool. And they
Yeah,
would
that would
have.
have been.
It's the Grammys.
And yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't ask, guess what? You
Yeah.
won't get. But he looked
Facts.
good. But yeah, no. So the basketball players, they need to come down there because they got the body. Like you got the height, you got the legs, you know, you got the shape, they should be dressed like gods. Like
Yeah.
for real. Like, and people look up to them. You know, I know they don't want to be idols and things like that, but guess what? Some little
Shit,
kid
some of
is
them
looking
do.
at them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same thing with the WNBA girls. Like, bring it. You know, bring it. Ain't no reason why you shouldn't.
Oh my gosh.
It's a
You
whole
would
bunch of designers
love.
that would
You
love to
seen
work
Liz
with these.
Cambridge?
Let me look her up. You telling me
That's one of my best friends, but you would love her.
really?
Oh
You
my
gotta
gosh. Yeah, she 6'9". I can't believe she
what?
hasn't done this podcast yet. But she 6'9". She be wearing like the tall Rick boots. Like
Okay.
Models for Mugler. You would love her. Look her up. Look her up later.
Yeah, see, I was at dinner the other day.
Mhm.
I was at a dinner, and one of the American Idol winners was at my it was a charity auction. She was at
Yeah.
the table, and my friend was laughing at me because I just go around and I meet people. Like I'm not a star
Yeah.
fucker. I never cared about. Even I
Yeah.
could be in the room
Fuck
with a whole
that.
bunch of athletes. I don't fucking care. You ain't,
Yeah, me neither.
you ain't doing
Y'all,
nothing for me.
y'all motherfuckers' blood is red too.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I'm sitting up, and Reggie says to me, "You didn't know who you just shook hands with?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't care." She was nice, but she was an American Idol winner, right?
Oh,
And he
cool.
was like, you really like don't give a fuck." I said, "No, I don't really care."
Mhm.
But I say all that to say like they need to get with people like that really don't care either. Like I like to
Yeah.
do my job. Like I ain't never want to be around them. Like when I would stop styling somebody, I'd be like, "Peace, I'm gone. We not
Yeah.
friends." I mean, we can become friends possibly, but I'm there to do my job, man. And if I do
Yeah.
my job right, guess what? You gonna call back.
Mhm.
So that's that. So a big no to the joggers and the Doc Martens.
Okay.
When you got big feet too, when you got big feet,
Yeah.
you really need to really go with narrow shoes.
My
if you
first
can.
client was 18.
No. And see,
Mhm.
at this point, that's when you go into just, and that's the thing. You can go into getting your own custom stuff done.
Mhm.
If you really want to shock it, if you really want to rock, you go just get your stuff made. You know what
It's
I mean?
tough though. Like Lon Von will be like, "Yeah, we can make these in an 18 in a year."
Yeah. See, and then the whole thing about it is you call me when you got somebody that needs a size 18 shoe. I got the goods. Literally,
Okay.
I deal with manufacturers over in Mexico that will make
Mhm.
almost any shoe for a fraction of the cost. And that's when it comes down to like when I was at the height of me styling things, I used to fly to Buenos Aires to make coats,
Mhm.
all types of leather and fur coats, and have them done like in a month. Yeah,
Wow.
so it is really, you gotta really know where to go to get stuff.
Yeah.
And really rock it out. And I think too, to a certain extent, so many people are hung up on things being a designer. Nobody
Yeah.
really knows what the fuck is in your label. Nobody really knows.
Nah.
As long as you look good, that's what really matters.
That's
You
what
know what I mean?
matters. I
Yeah.
totally agree with this.
Yeah. You won't catch me. Um, I feel like I've arrived at the place where you won't catch me with a label across my chest that doesn't say
Nah.
Patrick T. Cooper. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want
It's free
Hermes across
clout.
my chest.
Yeah. I'm not
Or
gonna
like,
be a billboard.
yeah, like my nephew said, no
Yeah.
cap. I didn't even understand what that meant, but no lie, I guess that's what he said. I was like, he
Yeah,
said, no
basically.
cap, Uncle Pat. I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, that. Yeah, no lie.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, I even got rid of all of my Hermes belts because I was like, everybody walking around with it now. So, what is that?
The big
I don't
logo
want it.
belts are, yeah. That's where I am
It's
too. Once everyone has it, I'm good.
Yeah, and then when one of your nephews comes and tells you, um, my friend got one at school, and can you pick me up? Can you pick me up and take me to go get it? So I take them up to go take this place to get they didn't
Mhm.
even know what the H stands for. Take them to go get the belt, and we pull up at the swap meet, and I'm like, what? Y'all got the Hermes swap meet belts over here, and they want $50 for the belt, and I was like. I started dissecting. I was like, this is real close to the real deal.
Mhm.
So now
Wow.
I just told him, put all that on eBay too, because I don't want it. Because now it's at the
Yeah.
swap meet. So it
Yeah.
serves no purpose,
Mhm.
to me, but no discredited Hermes. I'm so sorry. But
No,
it
no,
is what
no.
it is. Yeah.
Okay. Before we head out, because sometimes people ask me, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself. So I want you to give me an answer for when people ask me. You've dropped pearls of wisdom throughout this entire podcast, but someone that's like an aspiring stylist, up and coming stylist, what's like the one thing you're like get tattooed to your brain? Know this.
Um, the one thing that I would tell stylists is be, first of all, let's back up. There's a difference between a personal shopper and a fashion stylist.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a difference. And some people are calling themselves stylists and they don't have one PR contact. right?
Oh,
A
this
fashion
is my big.
stylist.
Let's talk shit. I hate this. This is my biggest pet peeve. I'm gonna let you have the floor though.
Yeah, but a lot of people they use the wrong language. They really don't
Mhm.
know what the fuck they're talking about. Like a fashion stylist is a person that is in concert with all of the PR offices around the world, right?
Yep.
And they call, first of all, let's back up all the way back. This is the shit that burns my drawers up. People start getting language and little jargons, a little colloquialisms. We don't have a budget. Can you pull? Well, first of all,
Mhm.
to pull something, you have to be sample size, and sample size for
Mhm.
women is a 2-4, and sample size for men is a 40 long,
Yeah.
32 waist, right? Size 10 shoe for men, size 9 for women, right?
Mhm.
So if you don't fall in those parameters, we cannot pull things for you. If you're a
Yeah.
size 22 woman, I'm sorry, we cannot pull for you unless it's going to be from a curvy or plus size designer.
Yeah.
So people use language incorrectly, and they go with these people that are so-called stylists that don't know shit, and it fucks up the industry, right? So let's
Yeah.
back. So that's the difference. So a personal shopper is the person that you give some money to. They go to the mall and buy whatever a pedestrian could buy. If you want to be a superstar, you call someone like myself back in the
Mhm.
day. And I'll be honest to even say, like, right now, if somebody called me, I would have to double up or catch up. But I
Yeah.
still have a ton of PR offices because
Right.
I contribute to magazine content. So I can
Yeah.
still pick up the phone and call some offices and get some things really brewing and get a little simmer going. But I won't come out the box and be able to say right now, I can make you 38 hot. I can make you
Yeah.
simmer. I can make you lukewarm. But it take me about a good 4 days to really get all the way at a nice broil to really set you all the way off. But I mean,
Yeah.
even with that though, I probably, because where I am with my fashion style and my sense, a lot of things are being custom made for me now. I don't even want
Mhm.
to go into a mall. I mean, because the
I
ideas
hate
are here
going.
in
I
my
don't even
head.
like going into the mall.
Yeah, and with COVID and the PPP and all this
I'm
here
good
type of
on
thing,
that.
people knocking people in
'Cause
the
you know what?
head.
Any old girl in Ohio can go to the mall.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't feel no special doing that.
Yeah, and it's very pedestrian. It's very
Yeah.
pedestrian.
Literally.
You don't want to look pedestrian. So you really have to go, you know what I mean? Like I said, and go get it. So I think a lot of it, like I would tell the upcoming people, know know what you're supposed to do, right? And
Yeah.
and be ready. Because a lot of times you might get that client that's ready, and then you fumble the ball. Like in football, if you fumble on the play,
Mhm.
guess what? You don't have a one time. And like I look at some of even the people that are in Hollywood that they manufactured into celebrity stylists didn't know what the fuck they were doing and would call
Mhm.
me. So it's like I'm like, what? Like it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. You really just got to know what you're doing. You got to have your contacts in order. And then the other thing, y'all need to stop doing shit for free. Like, get out of here with
Yes.
that. Because so many people, I just need to get on. Get on is when you get some money to do your
Yeah.
job and be prepared to do your job. Like,
Also, you doing others like you doing the industry a disservice if you're doing things for free. And this doesn't
yes,
just go for styling, photography, any like
yeah,
creative
yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
Because now people are like, oh, there's motherfuckers that'll do this for free. So
yeah.
this skill must not be that valuable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when people call me, I'm so glad to get a no. The better we get to
Hmm.
a no, the faster we get to a no with me. Because don't call me, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me, don't call me at all if you don't
Hmm.
have your money ready. Because I'm not pulling nothing. I'm not lifting my hand. I'm not even gonna think about what you should look like if you don't come to the table and tell me what my budget is. Let's
Hmm.
start there, and you have to be like that with clients. That's one reason why I was successful at what I did because I never played games with people. You gotta
Yeah.
pay. You gotta pay like you weigh. You know what I mean? You'll go out here and buy a Maybach with no questions
Right.
asked, but you
Hmm.
won't, spend no money. No, so no. I think that's one of that burns my britches too. I think though sometimes you do have to build your portfolio.
Yeah.
But don't discount yourself. Don't discount yourself. Don't discount your creativity. Don't discount your intellectual capital. I think it does the world an injustice um, when you do that. So
Yeah.
I
I
I would
feel that.
I wouldn't advise that at all. Like I wouldn't advise that. On my worst enemy. So I think that would be one of the things that I would tell up and coming people. And for these old heads and for some of these new ball players that need real help, I mean, I wouldn't be above it. You know what I mean? But they just really got
Mhm.
to be willing to listen. And I don't
Yeah.
have the patience to deal with people that don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Now, yeah,
I hear
I'm
that.
I'm I'm a vet. I'm a vet. I'm an OG in this bitch, and
Mhm.
I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I used to be on speed dial with Clive Davis, right? And when
Yeah.
Clive called with his stable, you jump to it, right? Because they got the
Right.
bread. So that's a name drop for you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it is what it is. So they just got to be ready to play.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Another style icon before we
Yeah.
conclude, though, is like Little Richard. Style
Yeah.
icon. You look back, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is my other style icon for all the basketball fucking players and the football players that are listening. If you don't get your ass an OJ album cover, just look at all the OJ's album packaging.
Yeah.
And over the years, you will just
I
see
gotta look this up.
yeah, look up the OJs. I mean, look at the album covers. Just if you just do that before you get ready to step on the red carpet, job well done.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Get into
Oh
that.
my god.
Get into that. They wearing chinchilla back in the 60s. And y'all think y'all
Yeah.
doing something with a full limb chinchilla. That shit is played. Get you a chinchilla cuff. Get you a lion head or some shit like Coming to America on, put Mufasa all the way up on your shoulder. Do something.
Oh, you just put me on game. You just put me
Yeah.
on game for sure.
And I might need to come out there and, we might have to jump this thing all the way in the fast lane.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening,
Mhm.
because we might need to come out. I might need to come out there and fine tune y'all about this style.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, because even Jiffy Lube got it for the cars. I'll come out there and Jiffy Lube y'all ass right on up about this fashion. Y'all better get with it. I'm trying to tell you. It's
Cool.
like fire over here.
I like that. Well, yo, before we head out, I know you also have a podcast. Plug your Instagram, plug your pod, plug whatever you want to.
I'm Patrick T. Cooper, and this is me coming out of the closet to set the record straight, giving it to your ass raw and uncut. So make sure you drop on over there, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to whatever you listening to, and find me. And I'm on the internet everywhere at Patrick T. Cooper. Yep. And then
Word.
on the slide, since you said drop yourself, and do yourself a favor. If you headed to the beach or to the pool, stop by Trunks by PatrickTCooper.com. And at least you can look flashy and fine poolside. That's it. That's the end of my drop.
Good to know. I be at Venice Beach all summer, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, well, you got to get on the beach and get into this colorful interpretation. Yeah, because it's fun. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun. You look like you'll be the spokesmodel.
Well, thank you, yo. I'm honored. Yo, thank you so much for coming on the pod. This was super fun.
Yes, I'm glad you're invited. I love it. I'll come back whenever. If you got something hot to talk about, ring my phone.
Oh, we always got that.
Okay, cool.
Peace.
Whole squad posting looking like we on LeagueFits. All drip first team this season.